Twitch and Periscope. All my own music. Welcome live viewers, welcome replay. There we go. Except one song that was written for me. I do mostly modern American folk. Takes me a second. Thanks, Willie, for sharing. I saw that on Twitter. If you're watching right now, hold on. Let me turn down the volume so I don't have feedback. Hi, Leo on Periscope. Welcome. I cannot see who specifically is on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube because when I open all those places up to watch, it gets a little out of control. I can see when there are people, but I can't say who they are unless you'd comment, which is always welcome. So I think I'm going to start with I'm So Done. It's been a little bit of that kind of day for me. Hi, Conscious Question. I like that. I like that username. All right. So feel free to share where you're from if you're new. How are you doing? These are tough times right now all over the world. Some places worse than others. Some people are having a worse time, obviously, than others. Some families are having a worse time than others. For us, it's been, with COVID stuff going on, it's been just a little bit, hi. Oh, Gethin, is that how you pronounce your name? From Wales in the UK. Awesome. So good to have you. It's very early in the morning there, is it not? I have one or two others that come. Well, I have one person in particular that comes on regularly in the UK. He often comes on Twitch, though. You're on Facebook there. Thank you so much for finding me on Facebook. I am pretty new on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I am just months in, whereas I'm years in on Periscope. So particularly if you're watching from one of those places and you like the music, I hope you consider following and sharing with your friends. It takes a while to get started at a new place, I have found. So anyway, Alon, there's my other guy from the UK. Conscious Gethin is from Wales. Look at that. Alon, I can't remember the exact, I'm forgetting the exact place where you live. It's in Great Britain, but I can't remember the city. Just not remembering. Hello, emoticons. All right, so let's do I'm So Done. This is a cathartic, stress-relieving song. At least that was the goal with it. So I hope you find it, if you need that, it also fits for you. Molly, good to see you. Oh, that got me all messed up. How are you doing? Whitehaven, Northwest England. For so long I held myself down in the dark, deep underground. But I'm coming up, I'm stepping out. It's all I can do not to shout that I'm so done, done, done. Yeah, I wanna have fun, fun, fun. Wanna dance in the sun, sun, sun with everyone, one. All right. I know why I was so low, so stressed out. I couldn't grow. When I was a kid, I needed more help, so I learned to depend on myself. But now I'm so done, done, done. Yeah, I wanna have fun, fun, fun. Wanna dance in the sun, sun, sun with everyone, one. I hear you, Molly. Even grown up, I couldn't rest on my guard. Life was a test. Part of me Happy I found my way to that heart, to tenderly heal my heart, to trust in my grown-up self, to trust that I could ask and get help. 'Cause I'm so done. Yeah, I wanna have fun. Wanna dance in the sun, with everyone, one. 'Cause I'm so done. Yeah, I wanna have fun. Wanna dance in the sun, with everyone, one. With everyone, one. With everyone. It's funny you say that, Molly, because Cody yesterday said I was on and said you had fallen asleep because you had been helping them, or you two had been working on their room, what's going to be their room, with paint and everything. So nice of you. That sounded like so sweet. And it's funny because Cody, we had a little joke between us where Cody said something about, I'm not going to be able to find it unless I watched all of yesterday's broadcast, but it was some joke about cheating on, about having you, where he was, or they were having an affair with Big Lou, or something like that. And I said, your secrets. He said, they said, don't tell Molly. And I was like, your secret's safe with me. But of course it was all a joke. That's funny. Yeah. I think cats sometimes want to check out the new person, or dogs for that matter. And they'll come back to you. Big Lou will come back. He will come back to you. Hi, Initials. Thanks for sharing. So, Gethin, it's 1:30 a.m. So things aren't locked down there, I guess, huh? If you're out enjoying a few beers. Oh, well, I guess it could be inside, though. No, it must be inside, actually, now that I think about it. Doesn't mean you're outside. Hi, why do you say STL? Do you mean, because I know you've said that a couple times. I'm trying to think. Why is it STL? Oh, TLC. Gotcha. Okay. No worries. He needs to be loved by everyone. Hi, Alon. Now you're on Periscope. You're everywhere. Happy to share. Oh, happy to share, Big Lou. So you had said hopefully no more ballot crap. Has there been any news today that I need to be aware of? I try to ignore the news until the evening. You're just talking about what's been going on and on. Excuse me. I realized singing that song, that could have sounded like a song that I wrote during COVID, and that I'm like, I'm so done. I want to dance in the sun with everyone. And it's like, no, I did not write it during COVID at all. I wrote it in 2011. So way long time ago. Hi, Carrie. That's another streamer. Oh, really? STL is another streamer. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that makes sense. No worries. Thanks for sharing, Carrie. That reminds me, if anybody is new or newish, I hope you consider following wherever you're watching, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope, and also following on Twitter, where I send out messages if I can't broadcast that day or whatever. Right. Yeah, that's right. You're in one of those states. Yeah. I'm really glad I'm not in Georgia right now. It sounds like a very stressful place to be. I am calling Georgia every day, though, volunteering for the Georgia Democratic Party, but I'm not actually there because there's a lot of stuff going on. Thanks for the hearts. So good to be with you guys. Yeah, today I ended up working on a project where I have a song brewing. by the way, guys. It might be a year in the making. I don't know. Because I feel like there is a book that I want to read before I write the song. That's how seriously I take my songs. A book about shame. And I've recently started to think that shame and blame are kind of two sides to the same weapon. And if you get out the weapon of blaming others, then in your mind, you're going to vacillate between shaming yourself and blaming them. Because once you're in judgment land and frustration land and, it's this bad person's fault, then you can keep having self-doubts about whether it's you that's at fault. And it's just this horrible thing. And I've been trying to switch from that to not that I do that often consciously, but I started to realize those, it's, if I'm frustrated with somebody wishing that they would do something differently, then I'm likely to have some internal, hi Carrie, shame stuff going on as well. Hey, now I have 22 songs, so I have a couple albums already. Now, granted, my son in 10 months has produced about 10 times more songs than I have, because he does a song a day practically. They're great though, but I take my time. Anyway, and I've started to think more in terms also of having a partnership mindset. So I've had this thought before, but so the situation I'm in, there's an accountant that's supposed to be doing something for me for the trust I'm dealing with for my dad who passed away. And I felt a little disappointed when they told me something that if they had told me a year ago would have been really helpful, but instead they told me when I only had a day left to make this decision. So there was already that. And I had to work through that. And I didn't want to get into a judgmental place and frustrated place. So I didn't at all, or at least not with them. And then something else came up today. And I just really started to think, they were kind of asking me a question, putting the work on me. And I kind of wanted to say, I want you to do it. What's EPS? Oh, EPs, right. And I started to think I really value, not only do I not want to go to shame and blame, but I also, it helps me feel less either frustrated at them or intimidated by them if I stay out of shame and blame. And if I instead think about being in a partnership, you're in a partnership with your family, and you share, if somebody's in need, you step in and you help out. And so when she kind of asked me a question, I thought, well, I could just take this as you figure it out, but that doesn't feel good. And then I get in this shame blame thing, and I thought, I'm going to just buckle down and try to answer her question and try to work with her on this. And it took 3 hours or more today. And so I'm not going to a blame place, but I'm just trying to be I was definitely bummed. And so that was the I'm So Done song. That was a long story. Sorry, guys. I know it's impossible for you to share such long stories, and I regret that I can just whip them out with my voice. Hi, Clout. Oh my goodness. How are you doing? It's been a while. How are things going? Good to see you. So it is warm in here. Why is that? It was in the 60s today, but geez, what the heck? Take my sweater off. So I'm thinking about doing It Was Long Ago. It Was Long Ago. My songs that I'm thinking of are It Was Long Ago and My Boys and I Want to Live Before I Die. Unless anybody has a strong other request, that's what I'm thinking. All right. Yay, good to hear. Doing great is an accomplishment these days with so much hard stuff going on with the lockdowns and everything and economic distress. So I'm glad to hear that. That's great. That is great. So let's do It Was Long Ago. It Was Long Ago is a love song, but it's a love lost song. It's a love's over song. But it's not super down because, hi Jersey Shore, because it was way long ago. When I wrote the song, it was long ago, and the name was aptly named. The song was aptly named, it was long ago, because it had been a while. So, when time passes, you can get more philosophical about a love lost. Thanks for all the hearts. Let's see. We each needed so much when we met that night. We rushed right in, it seemed so right. Neither of us had known true intimacy, so we clung to each other like two lost at sea. It was long ago and far away, yet we're friends right now, even more than yesterday. They say we married young, we were both still in school, and neither of us was really ready. Yeah, we didn't have the tools. We didn't know how to really talk. We didn't know how to really be, and we couldn't find help, someone to help us see. It was long ago and far away, yet we're friends right now, even more than yesterday. Been decades since we split, we each married anew. We both have kids now, just not me and you. Yet we each have found our way, though on different paths. Still, you're a close friend. The distance is not so vast. It was long ago and far away, yet we're friends right now, even more than yesterday. I adore my husband, you adore your wife. We love our families in a way we'd want another life. But I still sometimes wonder, what if someone had lent a hand? I still sometimes marvel, imagining where we might stand. It was long ago and far away, yet we're friends right now, even more than yesterday. Even more than yesterday. Thanks so long. I love those emoticons, especially the ones with the, is there like snowflakes or flowers with the green hearts? I love those. I don't know what those are. Thank you. Thanks for listening to that. That was a true story. True story. And it was indeed long ago. Hi, Orlando. Welcome. Welcome to anyone new. Anna Relis, Caminado Centeno, Michelle, Kadir, others, 016359. Welcome on Periscope. Welcome whether you are watching there or Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, whether you're watching live or replay. I am grateful for you being with me. It's especially sweet when you can come on live, but replay viewers are also very much appreciated. I hope you consider following and sharing the broadcast. So, anyone else want to share how they're doing? Carrie, how are you today? How is Lily doing? I saw you sent a post out that she was doing better, I think. I think I saw that. And how are things going, Molly, with Cody there? It sounds so sweet. I really got to know them a little better yesterday. Yeah, I'll bet it's, hey, Willie, so good to see you there on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'll bet it is. Boy, we had a really cool discussion with them yesterday. Kerry was sharing his experience of growing up in I don't want to put words in your mouth, Kerry, but it was like a tar roofed shack, and, you know, having an outhouse and all that kind of stuff. And Cody could completely relate to that. I didn't realize what a remote situation they had lived in. What a big change to come to Pittsburgh, you know, a big city. I mean, I don't know if you guys live in the city or Lily's back in charge. That sitcom, Charles in Charge, it's Lily in charge. We have George in charge. It's always the young ones. He's in charge. Doesn't he look very serious? Couldn't he be a little general? It's one of the reasons we named him George, like King George. He looks very serious. He doesn't really look that serious. Sometimes he can. 3rd floor. You have 3 stories? So do you live in like a townhouse type of thing? I mean, what a big difference for that. Now I know they reminded me that you lived in Canada in a kind of remote situation. Puppy! I still have not, I got a really cute new picture of him, and I just still haven't done what I need to do to actually get it to you guys. So my thing that has my music on it is at 5% battery, so we'll see. I should probably race through my last 2 songs. Not race through, but I'll do my voice. And we could still chat a little in between and after, but so my voice is a song about my 2 sons when they were little. Pretty accurate depiction even now. When I leave, oh wow. La 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 la. Oh my God. When Elliot smiles, his light it fills the room. When he senses your sadness, hold on. His eyes they fill with gloom. He'll invite you to play with a car or a ball, with his eyes and red hair shining like his love for us all. Wow, what a big change for Cody. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, pull to the sun. I breathe them in, I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears, so dear. I draw them near. Oh my gosh, Keegan asks questions like raindrops on leaves, filling the earth, growing such beautiful things. His insights abound. He loves thinking things through. Dr. Seuss stories, and his little brother too. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, full to the sun. I breathe them in. I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears. So, so dear, I draw them near. They sit, I didn't read that one right. They sit, heads together, hair intertwined, along with their hands, along with their minds. Keegan reads the book, Elliot looks on. I take it all in before it is gone. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, fall to the sun. I breathe them in, I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears. So, so dear, I draw them near. I draw them near. Yes, a song about my two sons. They were, at the time I wrote this, they were 10 and 5. They'll learn to love the pink body. That's so cute. You know, Victorians are so darn cute. I don't know if you've ever been to San Francisco, Molly, and seen all the little, you know, are these like Victorians that are like squished together? Because in San Francisco, there'll be like this purple Victorian that's like squished right up next to this bright pink Victorian. And they're super tall and thin, you know? And on hills often. It's pretty crazy how that ever worked in building those. But yeah, I just was really touched talking to them yesterday. It was just hearing, because it started where they said that this was their first time on using social media, and I was like, wow, what a trip. And then also, I mean, moving at 18 without your parents yet, you know, to a city versus living in Alaska in a cabin with an outhouse and no social media. Just sounds like huge. Yeah, it's a big thing, not connected. Gotcha. It's more of just a standalone Victorian. Gotcha. Still, what a difference, you know, with an indoor potty at all. Sounds like that's a big change. It's just such a culture shock. I totally could see that. I really enjoyed talking to them yesterday. It was really neat. And also being reminded of Carrie's similar history as a child. That was really a special conversation. So how much? 5%. I still have 5%. 5%. They only have their dad. Okay, gotcha. And this may be too much to explain and whatever, but you could message me or it doesn't really matter. You don't even have to explain, but I am curious, like, how did they end up arranging to stay with you? I understand you're the mentor at the pottery co-op, but like, how did they get hooked up with a pottery co-op and have their mentor end up housing them? Like, how did that happen? It must have been really hard to figure out how, if you were moving to a place, they're acclimating to moving to a place so far away, and if you don't have family, how would you, and especially if your child has to go before you, whoa, I can't even imagine how you would figure out how to work that out, like how to make that go smoothly. I'm kind of amazed at how it all worked out, and I'm happy for them to have you guys. Hi, Manu Varzea. Welcome on Periscope. Welcome also to anyone who is popping on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, live or replay. Okay. And then it just one thing led to another. They probably were going to try to come up with some other arrangement for them. Or maybe they were just going to wait to move until their dad came too. But then it just worked out. Dad liked Indian Project where I work. Gotcha. Just amazing. Hi, Mirin Ho and Kathy. Welcome. Sip of water. Sip of water. All right. So I'm thinking about I1S9I6N5A. Thanks for the hearts. Thinking about doing I Want to Live Before I Die. They were staying with an aunt. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Thank you. Oh, totally. That part of the story just went out of my head. That's right. Okay, that makes more sense. They weren't, the aunt wasn't COVID aware and who knows what else. Gotcha. That makes sense. French? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know what your username is. I'm sorry, I don't speak French. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I'm glad you're there for them. What a big change. Hi, Stephen. Welcome. All right. So let's do the last song. I can't believe it's already to the last song. I Want to Live Before I Die is a song. It could come at any point in life, but I think it fits especially. Yeah, that's a long time. It's so sweet of you, especially to like renovate for them to stay with you. That is awesome. I mean, it doesn't sound like, why? I don't like blocking people. It's Kathy. Oh, I see. Why? Kathy, I hope you can enjoy the music. Hi, dude, man, do. I mean, I've only done that a few times, and why would you want me to do that? I hope you can stay with us and enjoy the music. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I don't need to. I mean, if you're not enjoying it, you could always go and find something else, because there are some awesome broadcasters on here if it's not your thing. But I don't want to block you. I don't like to do that. Or I avoid that, I should say. All right. Let's see. Let me turn that down just a little bit. Ooh, what happened? Sorry. Forgot what song I was on doing. Let me start over. What is happening? Okay. Focus on the chords. I don't think this has ever happened with that song. There we go. Wow, not looking for ways to hurt myself. No death-defying tricks. Just wanna be all that I can be. Maybe what the heck? Maybe take a couple of risks. Don't wanna let fear stop me or lead me off track. Just wanna live my life and no holding back. 'Cause I wanna live before I die. Bye, Kathy. You know I really wanna live before I die. I'm growing up with a sigh. I just wanna live before I die. but where I wanna dwell. 'Cause I wanna live before I die. You know I really wanna live before I die. I'm growing old with a sigh. I just wanna live before I die. So much I wanna give, so much that I wanna be. So that is it. Here I come, I'm giving all that I've got in me. 'Cause I wanna live before I die. You know I really wanna live before I die. I'm growing old with a sigh. Just wanna live before I die. I just wanna live before I die. Yes, it's a song about just not, I don't know, it's kind of a midlife crisis song, but it doesn't have to, I mean, it could happen when you turn any age, but like maybe you turn 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever it is, or beyond, and you go, oh, I don't want to hold back from doing things that are important to me. It's actually what kind of was started me going on singing again and playing guitar again and doing voice lessons and writing songs, and then eventually finding a place to, share those, and kind of started with this song. It was one of my first songs that I wrote before sort of starting on that path. Thanks for the hearts, Peach. So nice. Thanks for being with me, you all, you beautiful people. I'm so happy to have you here. Molly, Carrie, hi Brieg on Periscope. Willie, Alon, I don't know who's on where at this point. I'm just kind of scrolling back through the chat. Initials, if you're there. Gethin, not sure if you're still there. Conscious question. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you're brand new and you haven't commented and I haven't said anything to you, welcome. I hope you come back. Thank you, Molly. 7 weeks. 7 weeks you're having a visitor. It'll be nice to have an extra person for the holidays. Thank you, Carrie. Thanks for being with me. Love you guys. Take care. Hope to see you, next time you can come on, but I'm definitely planning, barring illness, I'm going to be on most weekdays between 5:30 and 6 p.m. You know the shtick. 5:15 and 6 p.m. Pacific time for the rest of this week and the rest of the following week, and then the next 2 weeks, unknown. Hi, Mr. Candlelight. You've got to come back and hear me do my song One Candle. Bye, everyone. Oh, Molly, I see you're typing. It will, right? It will. That will be special because you're in the same household, so you can have a free visitor. Bye.